So it's coming down. I mean, it's raining pretty good right now, and it's 54 degrees. So I'm gonna spend 2 hours out here, try my best not to get sick because I have a tournament tomorrow, and we're gonna be fishing at Fairview. So a little backstory on Fairview. It's a set of like 3 ponds here in Fairfax, Virginia, and Ace and I used to fish here every day, like at least 4 times a week with our buddy Steven after school and sometimes during school. And it's very nostalgic to be here. You know, I haven't fished here much at all in the last 6 or 7 years, but it's always fun to come out. I'm gonna spend 2 hours fishing, and then we're gonna go home and then start gearing up for tomorrow's tournament. I'm gonna bring you guys with me along for that, kind of show you my routine and the preparations I take to get ready for every tournament. So hopefully we can catch some fish first. Let's go. I'm gonna start off with throwing this chartreuse and black crankbait, as I have been the last few videos. It's been doing well for me. I'm just gonna whip this thing around, see if I can get any active fish to bite. Oh, just another nice rainy day. So I'm gonna work down towards the deeper part of this pond. I'm gonna throw this crankbait along the edge of this rock wall. Oh, I got a fish. Oh, I had a fish. Popped off. Damn. So right now I'm just paralleling this rock wall and just kind of making a cast out this way at 45 degree and then hitting the shallower side of the flat and up against the rock too. Slowly working my way down towards that little outflow over that way. I just caught a bracelet. Maybe that's good luck. Okay, well, hopefully this didn't come off a body. It's coming with me though. I'm done here at Little Fairview. I mean, it's such a small little pond. I worked the whole thing with a crankbait. Saw a few small little bass, nothing too big. Now I'm gonna head over to Big Fairview. Try to get one to bite. See you there. All right. We're here. Got the wacky rigged Senko, real old school, and the crankbait. Definitely a cold front that came through. This rain probably cooled the water off a bunch too. The fish that are moving up and that are moved up and spawning, I think stick around. They don't really move off. But some of the fish probably did. So this is my finesse setup. This is a super old Shimano Sedona. I think this is like 7 years old. It's a cheaper reel, but it's lasted me for a very long time. I definitely need to upgrade, but I mean, it's getting the job done. So I throw a 20-pound braid tied to an 8-pound fluorocarbon leader, and the rod is a Duckett Ghost. It's a 7-foot medium. It's a cool little setup. Works for my finesse techniques. I like the rod because it's really light, nice and sensitive. Looks cool too. It's almost embarrassing being able to get skunked like this 2 days in a row. It sucks. Not much I can do. I mean, I'm out here trying. Maybe I'm just saving up all my good juju for the tournament tomorrow. We're gonna need it. It's gonna be a really tough day. Big cold front. I think it's only gonna be a high of like 54 degrees, and in the last 2 weeks it's been in the 70s and 80s. We'll see how that affects the fishing. I have a feeling it's gonna be real tough though. All right, last cast. I gotta go. All right, well, real short day of fishing today. No excuses. Got skunked again, great. Now we're gonna go to Dick's, get ready for tomorrow's tournament, then we're going to work. There you go. It's the sign of defeat. It is 10:30. Just got home from work. I'm getting ready for tomorrow's tournament. So I want to just kind of tell you guys, show you what I do to get ready for everything, or tournament wise at least. So again, everyone's going to have kind of different routines and different things that they do to get ready. Me personally, I'm going to change my line, organize the boat, organize my tackle, put things in the boat that I'm gonna need, make sure the live well works, make sure the batteries are charged, and that goes along with my camera batteries. You know, I have my SD cards cleared, I have everything ready to go to film, fish, and just be ready to be on the water. So I'm like the least prepared person ever, but when it comes to tournament fishing, I can definitely set that aside, that, you know, kind of procrastinating side of me, and be ready to be on the water. So let's get started doing all this stuff. It's gonna take me probably a couple hours. Normally, I'm gonna change my line before a tournament, depending on how long it's been from the last one. So the last tournament we fished was 3 weeks ago, so I'm gonna change the line on all of my reels. If I have a tournament like back-to-back weeks and I'm not doing too much in between, then I'm probably not gonna switch it unless there's a lot of frayed line in the reel. Yeah, I'm not a professional fisherman. I don't fish for hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's expensive, it's extremely expensive to buy new line all the time. So when it comes to these little derbies we fish, and when they're like a week apart or 2 weeks apart, if the line's okay, I'm just gonna leave it on the reel. As I was just saying, I don't change my line all the time. One reel that I do change the line pretty frequently is my jig rod. It's just because I'm normally getting this up into the nasty stuff. I'm you know, constantly having to retie. It's getting low on the spool all the time. And that is just one line that I need to be perfect all the time. Switching back to the Seaguar and VizX. And for my flipping stick, I throw 20-pound Seaguar and VizX. It's, you know, some of the best line I've ever used. Super silky, very strong, low memory. It's good stuff. You guys should definitely check it out. You always want to make sure you don't overfill your spools, because it's just a real pain if you do. And you'll know when you do, because you'll be like overrunning every cast. And yeah, it's just a pain. Rod number 1 is done. 6 more to go. Whew. Okay, all the rods got fresh line on them, and we're gonna go over these really quickly just so you guys have an idea of what we are gonna throw tomorrow and how my thought process is gonna work kind of leading into this tournament. So first rod, heaviest rod of the bunch, we have my 7.6 flipping stick. This is kind of my backup because my Eris, the tip on it, the ceramic piece fell out, so didn't have the chance to replace that before this tournament, but I'm gonna stick with the Powell. This is a 7.6 heavy flipping stick. I have 20-pound fluorocarbon line on here, and then I'm going with the Bassman jig. So it's a black and blue Arky head style jig with a net bait pocket crawl in the back, which is also black and blue. So, I mean, I hope every day that they're gonna bite this. I just picked up this Senko today. It's wacky rigged, and this is just in case it is super tough and I'm not getting bit at all. Like, this is gonna be kind of like last resort. But yeah, I have a 20-pound braided line leading up to an 8-pound fluorocarbon leader, and then a tiny little octopus hook with a 4-inch Senko on there. Wacky rig, that's just in case, like, we're really not getting bit. Next up, this is the new rod I just got today. This is a 7-foot medium heavy Ducket Ghost. This is gonna take place of the Zillion for the time being till I get it back. So 7-foot medium heavy, going with 15-pound fluorocarbon line, and that's gonna be a Texas rigged speed crawl, 2-aught hook, and a little 1/4 ounce tungsten bullet weight. I do have it pegged. I've had some bad experience with pegging my Texas rigs for some reason in the past. I don't know why. It might have been because I was using a flipping hook and I was not snelling the knot, so it wasn't popping the hook right. But I'm gonna give it a shot and we'll see what happens with that. So hopefully I can break that new rod in tomorrow. Next, we're going with Ace's cranking stick. So this is a 7-foot medium KVD Quantum. I have 10-pound CXX on here. This is a copolymer line. I like using that for my crankbaits. This line is super strong. Terrible memory on it, but it's really cheap, so it's easy to change out pretty frequently and inexpensive. So this is a little 3XD. Got that chartreuse shad, or the sexy shad, I think they call it. Same thing. So we're gonna try that. If we can't get a bit shallow, just kind of pull off a little bit, fish some of those deeper waters with that crankbait. Next up, we got the 7-foot medium heavy carrot stick going with 15-pound fluorocarbon line. I was kind of in between going with 20 or 15 here, and the reason I chose 15 is because tomorrow's going to be a tough day. So I think the lighter line is going to be a little bit more beneficial for me. And also fishing a 3/8 ounce white and chartreuse chatterbait, I want it to get a little bit deeper and fall a little bit faster. When I fish this on 20-pound line, it takes a little bit longer to get down. It's just because of the diameter of the line. And yes, oh, also I threw a Zoom split tail trailer on here, which I haven't fished too much this year, but I've done really well with this in the past. And it's a little bit more finesse than like a Kitech. 7-foot medium heavy Shimano Claris. I have a gunfish on here with braided line. I probably should put the 10-pound CXX on this too, but I think it'll be okay. And last but not least, this is my 6.6 Halo Twilight. I have the 10-pound CXX on this as well, just like the other crank and stick. I really like using this because it has a little bit of stretch, still has really good sensitivity, and it is super strong line. So this is a Lucky Craft square bill that I picked up today. Dives 4 to 5 feet or 4 to 6 feet. So gonna run this around early in the morning, just around grass and any kind of wood I can find. Hopefully we'll be able to pick up some fish. So that's gonna cover up all the rods that I have rigged up. You have something for all parts of the water column. I have a top water, I have the chatterbait to kind of cover that mid area, and I'm also gonna switch between the chatterbait and an underspin with a Kitech or just a plain jig head with a Kitech on it. And then we have some bottom baits. We have 2 different crankbaits and then a jig and a Texas rig. So have all the grounds covered, and yeah, now we just gotta clean the boat. Let's go. Well, the boat's finished up. Got all my tackle organized and put away. Got my rods ready. Then edit today's video. I don't think I'm gonna be getting any sleep tonight, so what I'll probably do is edit until I have to leave. Hopefully I'll be done by then, and then I can just drive straight to the ramp, get the boat in the water, and then sleep for like maybe like an hour and a half, 2 hours before we launch. So, yep, thanks for watching. Hope you guys learned something. Unfortunately, another skunk, so comment below. I don't know. I don't even know what to ask for anymore. I've been skunked so many times. Just comment something funny below. Do a giveaway tomorrow. I actually have to do a giveaway today from yesterday's video. So we'll go do that real quick, and then I gotta go. Randomly pick a winner. Sean Collins, you're the winner. Hit me up, strikelbrothersfishing@gmail.com. I'll try to get in touch with you. I'll comment on this, and I'll send you some baits. So also something I want to say real quick to you guys who have one, I am sending you baits, I promise. I've just been literally so slammed with this challenge and editing and working. I promise I'm gonna get you those baits out. Promise. Probably at the end of the 30-day challenge, so like next Monday. Promise you'll get them though. We will see you in a few hours. We're gonna be fishing the Fountainhead tournament. I gotta get to editing, so see you then. Thanks for watching.